I call to order and welcome you to the Middletown, Ohio City Council meeting for Tuesday, October 7th, 2025. Please join me for a moment of meditation followed by the Pledge of Allegiance to the American flag. You will hear 3 taps of the gavel when it is time to stand. Please join me in a moment of meditation now. Clerk of Council, Mrs. Amy Skank. Can you hear me? Can you hear on this? Okay. Clerk of Council, Mrs. Amy Skank, please call the attendance roll.
Mrs. Carter. Mr. West.
Here.
Mr. Horn.
Here.
Mayor Slamka.
Here.
Mr. Lawley.
Thank you. First on the agenda this evening is the consent agenda. While the consent agenda is generally for consensus items, do any council members wish to remove anything from the consent agenda this evening and move it to the motion agenda? Seeing none, we will proceed. Mrs. Skank, please present the consent agenda.
For consideration this evening, we have the approval of the Civil Service Commission minutes of August the 21st, 2025, to confirm the appointment of Jennifer Ridenauer to the position of Administrative Assistant in the Community and Economic Development Department, confirm the conditional appointments of Kaylee Moreland to the position of Patrol Officer in the Public Safety Department, Division of Police, Jerry McNeil to the position of Senior Account Clerk, Finance Department, Division of Tax, and Jasmine Cobb to the position of Senior Account Clerk, Finance Department, Division of Water Administration. To confirm the promotional appointments of Andrew Turner to the position of Deputy Fire Chief, John Scraton to the position of Fire Captain, and Joshua Lentz to the position of Fire Lieutenant in the Public Safety Department, Division of Fire.
Thank you, Mrs. Skank. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Motion.
Is there a second? It has been properly moved and seconded to accept the consent agenda. We will proceed to vote. Mrs. Skank, please call the roll.
Mr. West.
Yes.
Mr. Horn.
Yes.
Mayor Slamka.
Yes.
Mrs. Carter. Yes. Mr. Lawley.
Yes.
Yeses have it, and the motion passes. The consent agenda is approved. Next on the agenda is a pinning ceremony. I would like to invite Fire Chief Brian Wright to the podium.
Good evening, Council, Mayor, and City Manager Combs. First off, I made it up here safely, so that's a good start. But very appreciative to come before you tonight to recognize these individuals who have put countless hours, stress, and work into these promotions. So I'd like to invite down Deputy Chief Andy Turner and his wife Heather. So again, we're proud to announce the promotion of Captain Andy Turner to the rank of Deputy Chief. He would be overseeing the 1st Platoon. Andy began his career on April 3rd, 2000. He has risen throughout the ranks, was promoted to apparatus operator in 2014, promoted to lieutenant October of 2019, and captain on May 19th of 2022. Throughout his career, Deputy Chief Turner has demonstrated exceptional commitment to technical rescue, holding certifications as hazardous material, confined space rescue, ice rescue, and auto extrication. His pursuit of professional growth is evident through his involvement in the strategic planning of the fire department and 8 years of service on the City Healthcare Committee. Academically, he has earned 2 associate's degrees in EMS management and fire leadership from Cincinnati State. He's also completed Fire Officer 1, 2, and 3, ICS 300 and 400, and attended the National Fire Academy for multiple command level courses. Outside of duty, Andy continues to serve his community as a member of the Butler County IMAT team, and also as a team leader for the Dayton Honor Flight, honoring veterans with dignity and care. Surrounded by family, friends, and colleagues tonight, Andy's wife Heather will proudly pin his new badge upon him. We congratulate Deputy Chief Turner on this well-earned achievement and wish him continued success in his leadership and beyond of the 1st Platoon. John Scranton and his wife Susan. Again, it's an honor to present Lieutenant John Scranton for promotion to fire captain. Since joining our department on May 14, 1997, John has dedicated over 28 years of serving our community with unwavering commitment. His journey began with earning his paramedic certification in April of 1999, followed by his promotion to lieutenant in the fall of 2015. In 2024, his exceptional bravery was recognized through the Medal of Distinguished Service. John's connection to the fire service is deeply rooted and deeply personal, with cousins who have served heroically within the FDNY during the 9/11 attacks. His expertise spans multiple technical rescue disciplines, showcasing his versatility and skill beyond his operational experience. John is a passionate mentor, educating and developing our younger members. His involvement in the locals union and further demonstrates his leadership and dedication to our collective mission. I'm thrilled for Scranton's continued growth as a leader in our division of fire. His experience, integrity, and vision will lead him into being a successful fire captain. Congrats, John, on this well-deserved promotion. I wish you much luck. Unfortunately, Joshua Lentz is under the weather, so he won't be able to attend tonight, but we will take care of that in-house at fire headquarters and reach out to you if you'd like to attend. Thanks. Have a good evening.
Thank you, Chief. Congratulations, everyone. Next on the agenda this evening is executive session. Do I hear a motion to move to executive session under the authority of ORC 121.22G3, conferences with an attorney for the public body concerning disputes involving the public body that are the subject of pending or imminent court action?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
It has been properly moved and seconded to move to executive session. We will proceed to vote. Mrs. Skank, please call the roll.
Mr. Horn.
Yes.
Mayor Slanka.
Yes.
Mr. Lawley.
Yes.
Mrs. Carter. Mr. West.
Yes.
The yeses have it, and the motion passes. Council will now move to executive session. Mrs. Skank, please call the roll.
Mayor Slanka?
Yes.
Mr. Lawley?
Yes.
Mrs. Carter? Yes. Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Horn?
Yes.
The yeses have it, and the motion passes. Council will now return to open session. The next item on the agenda this evening is citizen comments. Professional presentation is expected. This is not the time for debate, questions and answer, or any back and forth conversation. This is a time for you, our residents, to be able to present in front of council on record, uninterrupted, and have the floor. After the meeting, your comment cards will be given to the city manager, and she will assign a member of staff to reply to you as appropriate. We have received one comment card this evening. I will prompt the speaker with their next steps when they reach the podium. I would like to call Ms. Marva Gaston to the podium. And Ms. Gaston, you may stand or sit according to your preference, and please do adjust the microphone and speak directly into the microphone at all times, certainly. Before we begin, please do state your full name and Middletown residence. For the record, you will then have 4 minutes. Please begin.
Yes, my name is Marva Gaston. I reside at 913 6th Avenue here in Middletown. I come continuing to ask questions in reference to the Middletown paperboard demolition and remaining debris that continues to sit on the site. I think it's safe to say that many points were missed in the planning of this project, the safety and health of the residents within the community being a major factor, the upkeep and appearance of the site as it sits along a major thoroughfare through the city as another. Even though the building is no longer standing, it continues to be a major eyesore for those that travel along Verity Parkway and live in the surrounding area. Having had time to review the contract that was delivered to my home, I have some questions that I feel that need to be answered. Not to point fingers, but to focus on the shortfalls on this project that we should surely never want to make it in the future. Who is the consulting company for the job and what was their duties? How many bids were collected and who collected them? I request copies of those contracts as well. If Ms. Asbestos created a change order to the original contract, where's the change order to leave this debris and reduce plans of remediation and seeding as many other demolition received? Did this create a credit to the job or did we pay for something that did not occur? Who signed off on the completion of the job and approving leaving the material on the site? Again, not to point fingers, but to understand the thought process and the thinking that was a valid decision to make. Is there a zoning code to store this material on the site? I would think that there is one for some of the very concerns I have, which makes me wonder if you are in violation of your own zoning codes. Since all funds were not depleted in this project, where did the remaining approximately $1.5 million in funds get allocated? As recent as last night at the community forum to meet the candidates running for city council, Councilman Lawley stated that you are on track on this project. What is the timeline, as you have yet to share that timeline with me or the community? He also stated that the pile is being watered in an attempt to control dust. When and how many times has this been done, or what is the schedule to wet the material? I request a copy of the work order and/or contract to perform this task. I monitor the area daily, and I have yet to see any activity on the site since it was knocked over the week I first approached council. I continue to hear the community screaming for transparency, not just on this project, but others, in other situations, like the case of the death of Stevie Howard. In my opinion, on that case, the first mistake was simply acknowledgement. Usually when there is a fatal accident in the city, it is at least announced when a fatal accident occurred within a day or two. Not that we have to wait for toxicology reports. The fact that it took family and friends to come before council and media was here seeking info on the cyber attack and stumbled on a bigger story, was it even announced that my friend's life was taken in a fatal accident, was just disheartening. A simple announcement of the fatality with the general statement that it occurred and an investigation was ongoing, I believe would have come across a lot better than zero acknowledgement, and finding that most of you didn't even know that it had occurred looked really bad on council and the police. You can't expect us to trust you when we constantly face instances where we are left feeling as though we're left in the dark and not being given vital information. Please do better. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Gaston.
Oh.
Thank you, Ms. Gaston. This concludes our public participation. The next agenda item is council comments. We will begin to my left with Councilmember Lawley, followed by Councilmember Carter, and then to my right with Councilmember West, followed by Councilmember Horn. I will speak last. Mr. Lawley.
Thank you, Mayor. First of all, I'd like to congratulate the three fire personnel who were promoted tonight. It's always good to see individuals that you trained through their careers from the time they were 19, 20 years old to now, and to see them progress through the ranks is very encouraging. And so congratulations to Deputy Chief Turner, Captain Scranton, and Lieutenant Josh. I think it's a good thing that we do these promotions in front of council, and I encourage all departments when they promote somebody to make sure we get recognition in front of council so citizens can see who the people are who are leading the area. The other one, I want to give a shout out to Clayton Castle. The last 3 videos you put out on city activities were really good. If you haven't had a chance to see them, the Midpoint Library video was really cool. The Grandpa Gang getting started off for the light up, it was excellent, in the Phillips Tube. So very good job to communications department. Those things were excellent. That's all I have.
Thank you, Mr. Lawley. Mrs. Carter.
Good evening, Middletown. I have not a lot to say. I attended. Am I on? Hello?
One more. There you go.
Am I on? Oh, now? Good evening. Good evening again. I wanted to comment about the pile of material that we have on Hanover. Yes, it sits on Hanover. And one of the things that I'm investigating, because I don't really know the details of what the plan was, but I have this Destination Middletown, and there's several things in this pamphlet, this book, this notebook that I intend to find out, and I'll be able to talk about. So I can't discuss something I really don't know anything about, and especially the zoning codes, because I have an issue myself of things that I've seen that seems to be ignored in the city, and it comes under zoning code. I want to congratulate Andrew and John for their dedication to Middletown Fire Department. I've never seen so many firemen before, and it was a great thing to see walking down the hall. Made me want to dance through the hall like they do, that spiritual dance that they got. But that's all I have for now. But I will return concerning the pile and what's going on with that pile on Hanover.
Thank you, Mrs. Carter. Mr. West.
Yep, thank you, Mayor. Good evening, everyone. Along with Councilman Lawley, I'd like to congratulate those that received their promotions tonight. And the one thing that's really cool to see is how long the firefighters have been here in Middletown. Mm-hmm. The longevity, I mean, that speaks to the department, to current leadership, former leadership. So Chief Wright, that's a great thing when you have that long tenure of talent. Other than that, in regards to the Howard family, I did speak to their family friend again last week, and I'd like to thank that individual as well as the Howard family. I know it's difficult, and it's a tragedy here in town, but you know, continued prayers for that family through their difficult time. And other than that, I don't think I have anything, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. West. Mr. Horn.
Evening, everyone. Again, I want to just echo about the pinning ceremony. It's one of my favorite things when I come here, and not just because the first responders are getting promoted. That's always great that they actually are staying here. They want to work here. They want to protect our citizens. But then how all their family and their friends and we get to celebrate with them on this accomplishment. It takes a long time. to get these promotions and all the work that goes into it. If you've noticed that on the fire department, they have on their sleeves 25. That means years. That means they're putting time in. And that's something that should be celebrated on both sides of our first responders. Next thing I want to talk about is something we had a couple weeks ago on a Saturday. We had the dedication to the Bonnie Vance Memorial Bench. And we had a nice group out there, and it got posted, which I appreciate the communications folks for doing that, and the Journal News showing up for that also. First, I want to thank City Manager Combs and her team for getting that together. It wasn't just building a bench, putting a concrete slab on, and telling the family to show up. They were in constant communication with the Vance family to make sure that they approved of this bench. Now, why did I actually do this? Because I also want to thank City Council for supporting me on this. Well, there's two reasons. Number one reason is we need to celebrate people that are successful, that are in our city or from our city, be it in politics, be it in business, be it in sports. This has nothing to do with the current temperature out there or the current conversation. We need to celebrate it when people are successful. So that was number one reason, so it gives a little bit of recognition. Number two, Bonnie Vance was successful because she did what a lot of our citizens have to do. And as I said in my speech, when you have to raise your children's children because your child is struggling, trying to get through a challenge in their lives, that is what that bench is for. So when you are having to do that as a grandparent, as a guardian, we need to celebrate that, and that's what that bench is there for. It has nothing to do with the political atmosphere. It is there to just remind a person who is going through a challenging time raising their children's children that someone else was able to do that, and just to give you some comfort. And we're going to actually have more benches in our city in our different parks. These are things that we need to do, the small things that we need to do to celebrate our city, to show that we are proud of people who are here and people who go on to other things and celebrate them for their successes. You can disagree with them. That's why we have the First Amendment. It's a beautiful thing. But we need to also recognize that this is why, the two reasons why I did that. That's all I've got, Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Horn. Before I start my usual list of items that are happening in the city, I wanted to also comment on Ms. Gaston's comment. I have taken notes and notated what you're requesting, so I can also just check in with the city manager to see how that's going as well. And also, again, regarding the Howard family, that is tragic, and again, our hearts go out to the family and the friends in the community. The Performing Arts Academy, located at 4400 Lewis Street, serves more than 290 students from 13 surrounding communities, offering high-quality instruction in theater, dance, and music, and also offering year-round private lessons of music for students of all ages. It is critical for our youth to develop the foundational skills necessary to foster creativity and imagination as adults, and the Performing Arts Academy provides that. This past weekend, I was fortunate to attend their showing of Newsies Jr. and was wowed by the talent of our youth. I am grateful that Middletown is home to such a wonderful organization and for all the delightful performances they provide for our community. For tickets and information about upcoming shows, please visit theperformingartsacademy.org. Tomorrow, Wednesday, October 8th, in honor of Fire Prevention Week, you are invited to come out and meet our Middletown firefighters. They are showing off our two newest firehouses and engines during firehouse tours. Get an up-close look at our equipment and learn to charge into fire safety. You will also learn proper recycling with Cohen Recycling. Light snacks will be available for all. Station 81, located at Henry Avenue and Charles Street, will be open from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., and Station 85, located at Sophie Avenue and Stoltz Drive, will be open from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. For more information, please visit the city's Facebook page. This Saturday, October 11th, from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m., all are invited to join at the Briel Church Fall Fest, located at 2000 North Briel Boulevard. This will be an afternoon of family fun with pumpkin painting, a hayride, inflatables, an ice cream eating contest, and more. For more information, please visit the Briel Church Facebook page. Later that night, October 11th at 8 p.m., is a special opportunity at our beautiful and historic Sorg Opera House, located at 63 South Main Street in downtown Middletown. The Butler Philharmonic Orchestra makes a triumphant return after last year's blockbuster full house performance of the music from Nosferatu. This year, they will be performing the music to the 1925 classic silent film, The Phantom of the Opera, starring the man of 1,000 faces, Lon Chaney. Thanks to the generous educational grant from the Middletown Community Foundation, the Sorg is proud to offer free tickets to educators and students to this performance and a masterclass held by members of the Butler Philharmonic Orchestra. For more information and to purchase tickets, please visit sorgoperahouse.org. Sunday, October 12th, from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. in downtown Middletown is the annual Hocus Pocus Halloween Family Fun Festival, presented by DMI, our Main Street America organization, and made possible by the generous support of the Middletown Community Foundation. The intersection of Central Avenue and Main Street is the center of all the fun. You will love the games, entertainment, vendors, food, music, dancing, face painting, rides, climbing wall, creepy car show with trunk or treat, Howl-O-Ween, dog costume contest and parade, Binks the Cat, and, of course, the Sanderson sisters. The day will be concluded with a free showing of the full-length feature film Hocus Pocus at 7 p.m. at the beautiful and historic Sorg Opera House. All are welcome. For more information and to learn how to become a festival volunteer, please visit downtownmiddletown.org. The City of Middletown is thrilled to announce a partnership with CBI, our Community Building Institute, to bring you the Rise Legacy Link digital education program. Our Middletown elders and senior residents can now access free digital education right here in the community, thanks to the $20,000 Spectrum Digital Grant awarded to CBI. All begins Tuesday, October 14th at the Community Center, located at 800 Lafayette Avenue, from 12:30 p.m. to 2 p.m., where seniors will learn essential skills. Ensure you take this chance to get digitally connected. Registration is required, so have someone who is internet savvy help you to sign up to secure your spot. Space is limited to the first 50 signups. For more information and to register online, please visit our city's Facebook page. Next Saturday, October 18th, from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., all are welcome to join the Christ United Methodist Church Annual 2025 Fall Festival. Located at 700 Marshall Road, you can support local vendors and enjoy delicious lunch served by their very own United Methodist women. For more information, please visit the Christ Church United Methodist Facebook page. As a reminder, the City of Middletown accepts applications for our boards and commissions throughout the year, so if there is something that you have an interest in and you wish to give back to your city in this way, please do submit your application. To learn more, please visit the city's website at cityofmiddletown.org. Lastly, and as always, there are many ways to get involved with your community and give back. Join a board or committee, run for office, apply for a job with the city, volunteer at the hospital, pick up trash in your neighborhood or park, plant a garden in your yard, smile at a neighbor. Find joy and satisfaction for a job well done in whatever work you do, or just have a positive and giving attitude. Find something that you can do regularly and give back. We are all connected, and we are all in this together. The care of our city is an adventure in which we all get to share. That is all for me tonight, and this concludes council comments.
Eric, can I make a comment on something on the pile?
Certainly.
So I have a question about that, and I think we seem to be, and with all fairness, perpetuating this conversation with the pile at every city council meeting with council comments. So I think what would help if an official public records request was done, so it's in writing exactly what you want answered, so staff can get those answered. Because when you come up and you ask for several things like that in council comments, we kind of lose track of what you really want. So if you do an official public records request and tell us exactly the questions you have and what information you have, we can get good answers and put this to rest. And I think that would be the best way to handle this. That way staff won't have to guess, are we getting the right information here, are we getting the right information? Because some of it could be overly broad, and you know, we can get through the minutia of handing you a 900-page document that is very difficult for you to look at. And I get that. So my suggestion is, can you do an official public records request with exactly what what is needed, and generally those take about 2 weeks or so, depending on how the law department interprets how we can go about that.
I was going to add to that, because of the cyber incident, would it be easiest to come to the building and do it in person, or is it still, can we still do it online? How is that done, Ms. Combs?
I believe you can still do it online.
Okay,
Yep,
just
on our
checking
website.
because of the incident. Thank you, Mr. Lally. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
All right.
Just trying to help the situation.
Perfect. Thank you. And that will conclude council comments. The next agenda item is city manager reports. City Manager Ms. Ashley Combs, you have the floor.
Good evening. So just a few things. Last week, Clayton and I went and we visited the Grandpa Gang over at Smith Park. They kicked off their Light Up Middletown decorating, and it is in its 26th year. So we had a great time there. Really, everything that the Grandpa Gang does is truly appreciated to keep that tradition alive. So we're going to be going back over probably in the coming weeks just to check it out and see maybe if we can get involved as well. So again, location Smith Park. Light Up Middletown starts Thanksgiving to New Year's Eve, and the hours are 6 p.m. to 10 p.m., but as we get closer to the holiday season, you'll learn more about that. Next, also a couple weeks ago, myself and Mayor Slamka went over to the Midpoint Library to check out the Makerspace. It was awesome. They gave us a great tour. You can make things like banners, you can do a podcast, there's a photography studio, you can make 3D models. Really encourage everybody to get out and check out that space. Also, I wanted to give a shout out to the community development staff. They hosted their first community workshop at the Middletown Event Center for the Development Code update. It was well attended, but again, I encourage everyone to get out there for the next public workshop that'll be announced. Stay tuned to the city's website for more about that. And then the last thing, we did get the request for qualifications posted for the downtown RFQ, and that will be released for 30 days, closing on November 3rd. And we would anticipate presenting what we received to council at the second meeting in November. Joshua Smith would also be present for that meeting, so that would be November 21st. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Combs. Our next item is the motion agenda. We have 2 items on the motion agenda this evening. Mrs. Skank, please present item A on the motion agenda.
To accept a Duke Site Readiness Grant in the amount of $10,000 for site readiness development at the Union Wren Farms on Union Road.
Thank you. Is there a motion to approve item A to accept a Duke Site Readiness Grant in the amount of $10,000 for site readiness development at Union Wren Farms on Union Road?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Having been properly moved and seconded, is there any discussion? Hearing none, we will proceed. Mrs. Skank, please call the roll.
Mr. West,
Yes.
Mr. Horn,
Yes.
Mayor Slamka,
Yes.
Mrs. Carter,
Yes.
Mr. Lawley.
Yes.
Yeses have it, and the motion passes. Mrs. Skank, please present item B on the motion agenda.
To approve a contract with Gresham Smith in the amount of $360,000 to design Phase 2 of the CSO Basin Park.
Thank you, Mrs. Skank. Ms. Combs, the staff report. Forgive me.
So this is to authorize a contract with Gresham Smith for Phase 2 of the design of the CSO Basin Park and approve that supplemental appropriation. The CSO Basin project on Main Street is nearing completion with a $2 million budget allocated for the park over the underground storage basin. The park will include a event lawn, play space, and landscaping. Initially, the plan included a portable ice rink. However, the city is now intending to install a permanent one. Additional buildings, including restrooms, a concession area, and skate rental facility will be constructed. This requires further design services. Gresham Smith has been involved with the project and has submitted a proposal for additional design services not to exceed $360,000.
Thank you, Ms. Combs. Is there a motion to approve item B to approve a contract with Gresham Smith in the amount of $360,000 to design Phase 2 of the CSO Basin Park?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Having been properly moved and seconded, is there any discussion?
Yeah, with this, with recent discussions, I think Gresham Smith estimated it would take like 6 to 9 months for this design phase, but I seem to think that if we prioritize this, it would be a lot faster. So maybe if, we can push.
Yeah, we were going to work with them and see if we could do it in a shorter amount of time.
Yeah, I mean, you can design a housing complex quicker than that, so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a priority to shorten the timeline.
yep, thank you.
Excellent. Is there any further discussion?
Yeah.
Mr. Horn?
Why does it take so long to design that long?
I'm not sure why they have that timeline. Like I said, we're going to work with Gresham Smith to get it down to about 3 months is the hope. Try to get it in January.
It's still kind of, the work on the CSO basin's going, so it's not like they can start any work, correct?
Correct.
But this is the design. This is
Right.
the architectural engineering drawing portion of this. Now, this is a firm that does this for a living, right? Okay, it's going to take a quarter for them to do a park. Okay. Okay.
We're working on it.
Excellent. Any further discussion? Hearing none, we will proceed to vote. Mrs. Skank, please call the roll.
Mr. Horn.
Yes.
Mayor Slanka.
Yes.
Mr. Lawley.
Yes.
Mrs. Carter.
Yes.
Mr. West.
Yes.
Yeses have it, and the motion passes. This concludes the motion agenda. The next item on the agenda this evening is legislation. We have 5 items of legislation this evening. Law Director, Mr. Alex Ewing, the legislation, please.
Item number 1, ordinance number O-2025-56. An ordinance authorizing a collective bargaining agreement with AFSCME Local Number 856 for the term July 1, 2025 through June 30th, 2028, and declaring an emergency.
Thank you, Mr. Ewing. Ms. Combs, do you have anything to add?
I do not. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Combs. Is there a motion to approve the ordinance?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second?
It has been properly moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we will proceed to vote. Mrs. Skank, please call the roll.
Mayor Slanka.
Yes.
Mr. Lawley.
Yes.
Mrs. Carter.
Yes.
Mr. West.
Yes.
Mr. Horn.
Yes.
Yeses have it, and the legislation passes. Mr. Ewing, the next item, please.
Item number 2, ordinance number O-2025-57. An ordinance approving a change of the zoning classification for 3 parcels located at 3409 to 3413 Van Est Avenue from R3 Medium Density Residential District to B1 Neighborhood Business District. Second reading.
Thank you, Mr. Ewing. Ms. Combs, do you have anything to add?
I do not. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Combs. Is there a motion to approve the ordinance?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
It has been properly moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we will proceed to vote. Mrs. Skank, please call the roll.
Mr. Lawley.
Yes.
Mrs. Carter.
Yes.
Mr. West.
Yes.
Mr. Horn.
Yes.
Mayor Slanka.
Yes, the yeses have it, and the legislation passes. Mr. Ewing, the next item, please.
Item number 3, resolution number R-2025-31. A resolution accepting the amounts and rates as determined by the Budget Commission and authorizing the necessary tax levies and certifying them to the county auditor and declaring an emergency.
Thank you, Mr. Ewing. Ms. Combs, the staff report, please.
This request outlines a resolution that accepts the amounts and rates set by the Butler County Budget Commission for the tax levies to be collected in 2026. The Middletown City Council approves its annual tax budget mid-year and submits it to the Butler County Budget Commission for review. This budget was approved on July 1st, 2025, and details the property tax millage for the city's real estate levies. After the Budget Commission's review, the resolution is returned to the City Council for approval. The Commission has approved the millage for the 2026 tax budget, and the City Council action is now needed. The resolution includes estimated property tax collections in 2026 for Butler and Warren counties. The total is $7,810,000. The Ohio Revised Code states that the resolution must be filed with the Butler County Auditor by October 1st. Finance was unable to access the files until recently. An extension was requested. This is a first reading emergency because it's necessary to get this approved as soon as possible. The amounts and rates were determined by the County Budget Commission on August 21st and received on September 29th.
Thank you, Ms. Combs. Is there a motion to approve the resolution?
Motion?
Is there a second?
Second.
It has been properly moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we will proceed to vote. Mrs. Skank, the roll call, please.
Mrs. Carter.
Yes.
Mr. West.
Yes.
Mr. Horn.
Yes.
Mayor Slanka.
Yes.
Mr. Lawley.
Yes.
Yeses have it, and the legislation passes. Mr. Ewing, the next item, please.
Item number 4, resolution number R-2025-32, a resolution authorizing the city manager to accept a fiscal year 2024 assistance to firefighters grant, to enter into a grant agreement to obtain said grant, and declaring an emergency.
Thank you, Mr. Ewing. Ms. Combs, the staff report, please.
This request seeks City Council approval to accept the fiscal year 2024 Assistance to Firefighters Grant, AFG, awarded to the Middletown Fire Division. The grant will fund Fire Officer 1 and 2 training courses and cover overtime costs to maintain minimal staffing levels during the training. The Fire Division applied for the AFG grant to support officer development with funding up to 15 personnel attending training and backfilling shifts. Most trainees will be lieutenants, captains, firefighters that are eligible for promotion. Currently, over 65% of the department personnel have less than 10 years of experience, while nearly 30% have 25 or more years and may retire in the next decade. This situation highlights the need to prepare younger firefighters for leadership roles. This grant offers a cost-effective way to start this process with minimal budget impact. The total grant is $162,776.60, with $147,978.73 from federal funds, and the city match is $14,797.87 from the Fire Division's travel and training budget. This is an urgent matter because FEMA requires acceptance notice within 30 days of the award. Failing to respond in time would forgo the grant and federal funding for the training initiative.
Thank you, Ms. Combs. Is there a motion to approve the resolution?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
It has been properly moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we will proceed to vote. Mrs. Skank, please call the roll.
Mr. West?
Yes.
Mr. Horn?
Yes.
Mayor Slanka?
Yes.
Mrs. Carter?
Yes.
Mr. Lawley?
Yes.
Yeses have it, and the legislation passes. Mr. Ewing, the last item, please.
Item number 5, resolution number R 2025-33, a resolution authorizing the city manager to enter into a settlement agreement with Start Skydiving LLC and Selection Management Systems Incorporated regarding pending litigation and declaring an emergency.
Thank you, Mr. Ewing. Ms. Combs, the staff report.
Mr. Ewing will be presenting this one.
So the purpose of this legislation is to authorize the city manager to enter into a settlement agreement with Start Skydiving LLC and Selection Management Systems Incorporated to resolve pending litigation. As council is aware, the city has been involved in litigation pending in the United States District Court for the Southern District of Ohio and the Butler County Court of Common Pleas. The parties have reached a tentative agreement to resolve outstanding claims. The city, it's an insurance carrier, will pay up to $795,000 to Start and Selection in exchange for a mutual release of all claims with prejudice pending in both cases.
Thank you. Is there a motion to approve the resolution?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
It has been properly moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, we will proceed to vote. Mrs. Skank, please call the roll.
Mr. Horn?
Yes.
Mayor Slanka?
Yes.
Mr. Lawley?
Yes.
Mrs. Carter?
Yes.
Mr. West?
Yes.
The yeses have it, and the legislation passes. This concludes the legislation for the evening. The next item on the agenda is unfinished business. Do any council members have anything under unfinished business that they would like to bring up?
I
do. Oh, go ahead, Jennifer.
Mrs. Carter.
Yes. I appreciate Mr. Horn when he spoke about the honoring the grandmothers who raise their children's children. And I'm thinking of Mr. Brown. We're waiting for a bench that's completed already to go into the ground for Mr. Brown in Rosa Parks. Mr. Brown has been returning to Ohio on a yearly basis to Rosa Park, and he sponsor an essay contest for the children. He comes back and he have ice cream days. And his grandmother was a pillar of the community, very soft-spoken lady, real easy to interact with, and she raised her grandchildren because their mother died. So I'm wondering, I'd like to know when we will get something for him. I don't see Mr. Tadish here to give me.
So I do know that Scott has been in communication with the school because it will go at the Rosa Parks School. But it is something that Scott and I have talked about in senior staff, but it is nearing, we're close to the finish line on that. But I do know that Scott has been working on that, so it should be any time now.
That's good, because
Yes.
it's raining. The ground will be perfect to dig down in, put the
Yes.
cement, and put the bench in there.
Yes, but I know Scott has been working on that because we have talked about it at senior staff.
Great, great.
So it's very close.
Okay, good.
Thank you, Mrs. Carter. Mr. Horn?
Thank you, Mayor. I have a couple things. I gave legal a copy, and also the attorney for the SORG has forwarded the document to them, but the OFCC has approved at the state level their grant for $375,000 for all the repairs, necessary repairs. And we did vote on this 5-0, so I'm just asking the law director to proceed with the contract once his associate in Columbus verifies everything, that we can have this at the next meeting, first reading, and hopefully voting on the first meeting in November, second reading and vote for the SORG. And this, let me be clear and not go too far into this. The OFCC grant is $375,000 on projects that the SORG has said, has given them a list of everything. So it's not giving them a blank check. Where they need the backstop, the city to partner with them, is the OFCC says, okay, if you, we'll use me. If I was doing work for them, not now, but in the future, I don't require a deposit. But other contractors do require a deposit. The OFCC says you need a backstop, and that's what the city's going to be doing, is if a roofer needs X amount of dollars to buy their materials before they do a roof, which is one of the projects, that's what the city would be in contract and partnership with. And so it's not $375,000. I'm not going to give a number, but I'm under the impression it might even be under $100,000. And not one at a time. It might be 20,000 here, 30,000 here. So just kind of to clarify what that contract is, we're just being the backstop to help the SORG get these necessary repairs so they can continue to serve our citizens, serve the arts, and be an active historical structure. So that's number one. Number two, and I just had a few developers call me on this. They did not see the RFP for the development of the Middletown Event Center, and that was supposed to be done in September. Is that? And I went on the website, and I know we're still under 1985 stuff, but is that going to be put on the RFP along with the downtown Middletown refresh stuff? Or
We're still working on updating it.
Okay.
And letting Angie take a look at it as well
Okay.
for the future of the Middletown Event Center. So that'll probably be here in the next few weeks, I would say.
And the reason why is the ones that talked to me about it, I told them there's a mandatory, you have to be there and sign in order to bid. It's not a blind bid like other government jobs where you can just buy a packet and then turn a bid in with your insurance and everything else. You have to actually be there, walk the site. You have to be, you're usually there, I was there, and they sign in. So they just were, because I told them it's going to probably be the end of September, but also they understand that we're still trying to get everything back online. So, and then you answered my other question on the downtown refresh. So, okay, I'll just ask it. So that's going to go out. We're going to discuss it the first meeting in November. And this is for everyone here. Are we still going to have a town hall, or are we just going to, in November, have everyone come and we're going to make that decision on should it stay or should it go? Being the Manchester and the Sunny building.
I mean, we told the community we'd do a town hall. So
Okay,
we'll do a town hall.
we also told them October, so now it's going to be November. So I had people calling me because that's what we do here. But I just want to make it aware that we didn't promise, but we said we would listen in a town hall format. So it might be now November on a Saturday or something. So just keep in mind that November has holidays, and after that, the year gets real short.
I guess I'd kind of like to hear too what kind of discussions Joshua Smith has had with Gabe and the Downtown Historic Group and where we're at in that. And you know, if a lot of those groups and a lot of those individuals are comfortable with what he presents and what the plan is, then
Yeah, I know he's
Yes,
met with
that's-
Gabe Scheinlin and with Sam Ashworth, who oversees our historical society. So I do
Right.
know that those meetings have happened.
I got a question stepping back to the Middletown Event Center. Will that RFP be very similar to the one we did before, or will there be anything additional? Because if it's different, I kind of would like to know ahead of time what's different about it.
I would anticipate it would change a little bit. We'll probably have it updated here in probably next couple weeks. I can get that to council, circulate it,
good.
and then we'll post it after that.
Any other unfinished business?
What about the strategic meeting that was scheduled? Do we still have a strategic meeting that we're?
In February?
Beginning of the year, that one?
Will it be in February?
Is that the one for,
The city?
okay, for the next plan for
Right.
3 to 5 years? So the question is, do we have a date for the strategic planning session?
Yes, I believe it's still that 21st of February. I'll have to check, but that's what we're looking at. An RFQ will be released probably here in the, again, next few weeks for a consultant to assist with that strategic plan. I wanted to go back to the town hall for downtown. So the RFQ would come back on November 3rd. So we would look to present what we received at the second meeting and at council. Again, Joshua Smith will be there, but again, looking to what Mr. Horn is requesting, Councilman Horn, like looking for that town hall, because again, you're running into holidays coming up, so to consider that.
Any further unfinished business? Okay, hearing none, that concludes our unfinished business, and the next item on the agenda is new business. Do any council members have any new business this evening? Nope. All right, hearing none, this concludes new business, and this also concludes our regular city council meeting for Middletown, Ohio, Tuesday, October 7th, 2025, at 6:39 p.m. This meeting is adjourned until Tuesday, October 21st, 2025, at 5:30 p.m. in these chambers for our next regular city council meeting. Thank you and good night.